that's been put out there.
I love it. This is awesome. This is great. So Victoria, what kind of movement would you love to feel today? I was just taking a time check.
For me today, it's chest and ribs.
I love it. I love it. Jamie, what about you?
I'm clear, but I'm still, she said I was all clear, but I'm still tight.
Okay.
I'm with Victoria. I'm all about the ribs. Like my left movement, I have hardly anything. My right, I have a little bit more. And when I do it, I can feel it I actually love that halo movement. When I did that halo, my whole left side released with my hips. So I'm with Victoria. It's all about the ribs for me.
I love it. This makes me, because the ribs are so important. They are so important. How about we do, just while we wait and see if anybody, when people come, we have like 30 minutes before class actually starts. Let's do a rib movement exercise together. Are you sitting in a chair, Jamie, by chance? You're standing up? Or are you going to get a chair? Okay. Victoria, you're in a chair, right?
Yes, I'm sitting in a chair. Yes.
Okay. Scoot up as far forward onto the front part of the chair as you can.
Okay.
So to me, I am constantly moving my ribs with my breath. Like we move our ribs in class, right? But you can't just all of a sudden just break out in a side bend, let's say at any point in the time. But what you can do is take a moment, whether you're driving in a car, sitting at a desk, standing in line at the grocery store, you can take a moment and open and move your ribs with your breath. And when you move your ribs, when you inhale and the ribs space increases and the ribs open, then all of a sudden you get spinal extension. And then when you let the ribs come back in, you get spinal flexion, right? You get a stretch in the back, a closing in the front. And then when you inhale, you move the ribs out to the sides, you stretch up through the front, you engage your back, and when you exhale. So instead of us just breathing like this, no one even sees us breathing, I want you to show off your breath through movement. So as you inhale, you open the ribs, you lift your chest, you draw your shoulder blades together towards the spine slowly. And then when you exhale, you pull the ribs in, you suck the belly in, you spread the shoulder blades. And then inhale again, rise up into the jugular notch, lengthen your collarbones, and then exhale, spread your shoulders. And let's do that just 4 more times. So inhale, keep your hands on your thighs, lift your chest, come up into the jugular notch, lengthen your collarbones, squeeze your V muscles, and then exhale, slow release. Spread your shoulder blades, suck in your belly, feel a gentle stretch in your lower back. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Sound like me, Victoria.
I've avoided deep breathing so I wouldn't cough.
So it's funny that you're saying that, because when I was teaching and I'd be doing lymphatic work, I would cough. And that's what lymphatic work does. It is pushing out. We don't want to avoid not coughing, right? We want to let it push out. Now with me, with the microphone on and trying to teach a group of classes, I'm fighting to avoid it, and I'm feeling the stress of that, right? So I'll just put you on mute, and we're going to do that some more. And I want you to freaking cough. If it ignites a cough, I want you to cough it out, okay? So let's pause for a moment. Here's what I'm just going to back up for a little bit, because I want you to see what I'm doing right here with my feet. I want you to just tap the balls of your feet like this. Victoria, you explore that. Make sure it feels good with the knee. You explore that, Jamie, with the toe. See if there's any way you can tap where there's a vibration, but there's not like on that tapping. You're not on that spot, but you're still even. Just see if you can get some vibration up into the thighs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now plant the heels. Lean forward ever so slightly over your thighs. Now, from the pelvic floor to the navel, I want you to zip. Okay, Victoria. And then keep that zip. Now take your finger right here and keep your fingers here and lift this part, lengthening this space right here. Now, Jamie, we're going to do that again, okay? So you're going to use the muscles here, and you're going to bring these 2 points together. I'm going to turn to the side just really quick. And now when I inhale, I keep this point in. See how this point stays in? But I lift this part away. And I create space, length right here. And now close that space. Use those muscles. And what you're doing now is kind of stretching your lower back muscles and engaging your deep belly muscles. And now you're going to go from there and lift here. So a lot of times we're lifting like in this area. I want us to focus for a moment on this area. So we do a lot of work here. I want us to do work here. Actually, let's do some lymphatic touch therapy. I want you to find it. So see that right there? That's the area that I want you. That's our heart center. And then draw a line down to your navel. There's my navel. So this line right here, that's what I want you to connect to. Navel to heart center. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now go navel and then right above the pelvic floor. So now you've got this line right here. So you got pelvic floor to navel line. And then you've got navel to heart center line. So you've got these 2 lines right here. Okay? We are going to bring this line right here, this point moves to the wall behind you. This point and this point come together. And then you lengthen these 2 points apart and you keep this point drawing in. And then you suck this point back in, engage those muscles, and these 2 parts energetically come together, physically and energetically. Now watch. I lengthen that part, but I hold this in. Good. Now go again. And then here. Now I'm going to ask you to just kind of do a half releve. So lift your heels from the ground and balance on the ball of the feet, more on the big toe mounds than the pinky toe mounds. And then draw it in. And then lengthen this line. And then draw it in. Good. Squeeze your butt into the chair, or actually engage your glutes. And then lengthen this line. Push your ball of your feet into the ground. Draw the belly in. Close the line. Engage your glutes. Stretch your lower back. And then rise and lengthen this line. And then bring it in. Squeeze. And then lift. Line. And I want you to do that for 8. So there's these seated lumbar crunches. 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come center. Whoo, lower your heels. Good. Now keep this line lengthening. So keep the length here. Now put your hands on your ribs. And inhale and move the ribs, move your hands out to here because your ribs push them out. Pull the elbows behind you. Stretch across the chest. Now as you exhale, let the elbows go out and let the ribs and the hands slide in. So you'll lengthen this line back again. And then you'll push the hands out wide with your ribs. Elbows go back. And then you take that line and you pull the ribs in. So now we're just adding another element to it. So we lengthen the line, move the hands, pull the elbows back. And then we close that line, move the hands in, engage these muscles right here in front of your ribs. And let's do that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, space between. Good. Hands on your thighs. Adjust your hips as you need on your seat. This arm T. Put your mind in your body and connect to this line right here. And I think you'll be able to see my shoulder blade. I'm not going to move my arm. Notice if I just move my arm, that doesn't move my shoulder blade. Instead, I'm going to pull my shoulder blade to my spine, and that's how my arm moves. And then I'm going to release my shoulder blade from the spine. And then I'm going to pull my shoulder blade to the spine and then release it. So it's a pull and then a release. So it's a shoulder blade, a glide almost. And it's moving the arm because the shoulder blade is moving. It's those V muscles that are releasing and engaging to get that movement. 4, I don't know what I was doing with that arm, sorry. 3, 2, hold it in, 1, and then release it. Good, and just kind of move it around. Remember, you got to sit up tall in that posture that we worked on, that line, the ribs, the chest, the collarbones, float out to T. Same thing. So it could look, I can move my arm, right? But that's not doing any muscle work. It's just hanging out in the joint. Instead, I want muscle to move my arm. I want the muscle work to draw the edge of the scapula to the spine. And you should feel the muscle work even right through here as well. And you kind of you want to pretend like your palm is pressing onto something solid so that the arm stays solid and rigid and strong. But it's along for the ride. It's not doing the work. The arm is not doing the work. The back is. The serratus, the muscles right here. Let's go 4. Start to heat it up. 3, 2, and 1. And then release. Feel all that muscle work. Feel that blood flow, that energy. Just kind of move it around a little bit. Good. Now, from here, lengthen. Good. Connect to your jugular notch. So just right now, just connect to it. Just kind of touch it as you will. Move your finger around on it. So the jugular notch right here, this spot right here. Now I want you to kind of push down. Give it a little CPR push right here. 8. And as you push down, see as if you inhale, if you can push the finger down and hollow out the jugular notch. No, notice what happens when you exhale. See how the jugular notch almost pushes forward, right? There's not that hollowness. Watch when I inhale. I pull the breath into that. And then when I exhale. So I want us to practice a little jugular notch inhale hold. So inhale. Hold it in for as long as you can and feel it just pulling up in this area. And then exhale. Okay, we're going to do that again. Pull it up. Hold it. And then exhale. Good, we're going to do it one more time. Inhale. Pull it up, hold it. And exhale. Push it out. Okay, and then just sit normal for a moment. So the jugular notch, next what we're going to do is we're going to inhale, hollow out the jugular notch, hold the inhale breath in, and do 8 taps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4 rounds of that. Sit tall. Hold your posture. Even as you exhale, just pull the belly in. And now inhale. Hold it in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Switch what hand taps next. Inhale. Hold it in. Tap. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Switch what hand you use. Inhale. Hold it in and tap. And then exhale. Kind of lost count. It was feeling good. Switch hands. Inhale. Hold it in, tap. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale. Breathe as you breathe. And just sit as you sit. Let me let Jerry in.